G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, one you haven't seen for a little while, a little windswept Melaleuca. I did try and do a video on this a little while ago, but the camera stopped working about 10 minutes into doing some work on the tree, so that was a bit of a loss. I think the tree did dry out a little bit after the last lot of work, and it did sort of die back a bit. Luckily this thing's pretty tough, and it's come back pretty good. Got a lot of growth on it again. It's pretty healthy right now. So what I want to do is just refine the styling a bit. I feel like a lot of this is getting too long, too far away. I feel like maybe in time I might want to make the trunk a little higher. So I'm going to leave this one up here to grow fairly strong. Try and thicken all that up a lot, and if I can get a lot of growth up in here and make that trunk a bit longer, I may even lose these two main branches. Not 100% sure yet. Just have to see how it looks in time. I mean, it's not bad how it is, and when I trim it all the way back, it's going to shoot a lot more branches out here, so we could maybe get a little bit more foliage in close here, because it looks a little bit I don't know, a little bit stretched maybe. A little bit bare just with these branches here. I don't know. It's only my thoughts on the tree. Overall, I'm fairly happy with it. It doesn't look too bad. I don't know if I want to leave a lot of this stuff out this way. Sometimes I feel like it could do with a branch coming out this way a little bit and then folding back. Maybe I'll start with these extra long ones that I don't want to keep. That's dead. I reckon that could easily come back to there. Probably further. This one I reckon we could bring that back to there. May even wire that down, or maybe the ends of it down. See, the more we work on it, the further this seems to go out, and then we end up with nothing back here. It just looks a bit funny to me having these foliage pads on the end of a big long stalk. I don't know. So I think we need to cut them back pretty hard and induce a bit of growth back here. Even if it's just a couple of little bits of sparse foliage out on this one, a couple little bits on that one. Yeah, I think it definitely needs it. I think most of those can go. I may leave one. Might just leave that one, and we can make some decisions next time around. If that's something that we want to leave, curve it back over, add another layer to it maybe. Bring some of these back in, I think. Reduce the length of them. It's quite congested. There's a lot of growth on this tree. We could probably thin that out quite a lot. Probably just need to be careful that we thin it out from the end, not try and take them back here, because otherwise we're just pushing that foliage pad further and further out, and I think it just looks a bit unnatural, a bit weird. Maybe it's not, maybe it's just me, I don't know. Should we try and pull it down a little? Possibly, or that could all be done next time too, maybe. I think that can come back. If it shoots, it shoots. If it doesn't, well, so be it. We'll use one of these to replace it with. Same for that one. I'll put a little bit of wire on that one. Just curve it back out. Might go that way. Keep that heading out that way. I've got a few branches in further on this one. There's this one here. So we haven't got all of our foliage out at the end. I sort of want to do a similar thing to that on these front ones, I reckon. I reckon we'll bring this one back too. Starting to look pretty drastic, but I think it's what we need to do. I may be able to fold this one over and put it in a place where it'll provide foliage in close, maybe. We might give that a go, I reckon. Take that one off. We only need a little bit of wire again. Where are we going to go? Just enough to bring it down. That's not going to secure very well, is it? And if we keep that under control, we may be able to just get a little bit of foliage in there just to obscure some of those. I mean, we still need something on this one, I think. But yeah, that's probably a bit better anyway. It's nearly getting a little bit thick to be trying to do too much with that one. It might even be a case, this one here, if we want to bring it down, we may wait for some shoots to come out here somewhere, chop it off, develop a new one. That'll give us better taper too, which would be cool right out the front. Nice tapered branch. Tell you what, we might cut that off. And I'll put a little bit of wire on the two that are there. And just lay them over a little bit. It's so hot and humid in here, it is crazy. It storms last night around, and I think it's shaping up to be a stormy afternoon again today, so, but yeah, hot and humid. Won't do too much with most of these. Let them grow a little bit more yet before we bend them over, but do we want to do anything with these? Probably should do something with them, eh? Right, that's not too bad. Most of this one I'm going to leave, mainly because I don't think I'm going to end up keeping any of that on the end. I reckon we'll get shoots back here and we'll lop half of that off, and we'll then get a shoot growing and we'll use that to go down a little bit lower, and then try and keep it in a little bit closer. I think that's the way forward for this tree. So that's about it for pruning and wiring. Other thing I'm going to do, I've put sphagnum moss on one of my trees just on the surface, just to try and keep the sun off. I've dug up some moss too. I don't know how it's going to go in the sun, but we're going to lay some on and see how it goes, I suppose. If it lives, it lives. If it doesn't, back to the drawing board. Really just want to keep that sun off the soil surface, and hopefully that will let them retain water a little bit better, and the roots can grow all the way up to the surface of the soil. Make full use of what's in the pot. and they may even look a little bit better. I'll keep the weeds under control. I don't know if there's anything that's going to do that, to be honest. Righto. Go with that as a trial. The tree needs to be straightened up a little bit too, maybe. Next time we do a repot. Anyway, that's the little windswept Melaleuca. Got the pretty drastic haircut again today. It's in a better position on the bench now. It's got, all my trees have individual drippers now on them, so fingers crossed, unless there's a major catastrophe, this fella shouldn't go dry and lose all its branches like it's done a few times to me in the past. But yeah, that's it for him. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.